Frequency. I'm MichaelJeralo, and today we're going to continue with part 2 of
Previously on.
So today we're going to continue with Revolutionary Volume 1 by Immortal Technique. Let's go ahead and get into this. The first track is track 9. We ended off at the Poverty of Philosophy last time. We're in Revolutionary. Man, I heard Creation and Destruction come on. I wanted to listen to that. Hold on a minute. Here we go. Track 9, Revolutionary.
Here we go.
Yo, load the fuck up. Locked and loaded. You too. Locked and loaded, sir. And remember, break that window when that cop comes in. Blow that motherfucker's head off. Got it. Yeah, load up again. Cause these motherfuckers are gonna come back for us. We're ready. We gotta be prepared in this day and age. We gotta be prepared for whatever the fuck comes at us. Word up. Cause we are living revolutionarily. Definitely. You cannot second guess yourself in these days and times. They're gonna throw whatever they can at you. And you gotta be prepared for it. You gotta be prepared for anything.
It's liberty or it's death. It's freedom for everybody or freedom for nobody.
No matter what the fuck life throws at me, I continue to make it through indefinitely. Immortal Technique defeats the odds repetitively until there ain't shit ahead of me competitively. Surviving the tough times is imperative to me. Looking at the whole world revolutionarily.
They don't want to hear you old Uncle Tom handkerchief head talking about the eye.
Technique will force you into strategical retreat because I dominate guerrilla warfare in the streets. There ain't no way to picture me without a victory speech. When I reach higher positions without the recognition of pissed on competition, cause I conquered their renditions in a systematic form like a religious tradition. My mission is to take you, lyrically break you, lyrically assassinate you, lyrically incinerate your body and recreate you, to destroy the power that mentally incarcerates you. Cause even though I rip it better, I could not forsake you. You're my people with the same oppressor, so how could I hate you? The revolution of the mind I bring regenerates you. But when you come original, people impersonate you, start to hate you cause the conflict is building within. The ultimate sin is to be ashamed of your skin. My rhymes are like Jamaican overproof, I make the room spin. Intoxicated flow, I bleed vodka and brandy. Don't make me choke you down like John Benet Ramsey. Something demands of me to rip this fucking shit uncandidly. God commanded me to be a technological disease and psychologically do battle with the best MCs. Uppercase the T in technique, cause I'm the capital of a revolutionary nation that's infallible. Aztec Lecter Hannibal, rip your heart out of your chest and feed it to the cannibals. You're just a fucking animal, but I'm the Neo-Sapien, cause my original civilization was based upon creation. You know there's no escaping, even though your heart is racing. I'll put your best disciple on academic probation. Fuck the litigation, fuck the best rapper nominations, and fuck the president I voted for assassination. I'm saying, fuck the federal bullshit investigations, fuck the cover-up of ghetto radiation extermination. Using my people for experimentation, and if it doesn't play hip-hop, then fuck your radio station.
Shit's dope. He's saying a lot of things I agree with. I would like to try Jamaican overproof liquor, though. I think that's what he was talking about then. And I was looking at this the other day. After I got off part 1, I was re-listening to it as I was editing and stuff. And these bullet holes started to look like constellations to me. But now that I'm looking at it, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I mean, I thought I pointed out the Big Dipper and freaking the Belt of Orion, which, you know, these bullet holes here is like the setup of the pyramids or Orion's belt type of thing. And I thought I saw like coming over here like the Big Dipper, but now I don't know what the hell I was looking at. But I like the beat with the little gun cock in it, and I like it. Now I think I was right about, if we go back to the Brother Lynch Hung album I did, it was like track, interlude, track, skit, track, interlude, track. And that's how it was going. And it was bothering me. I don't know why it was bothering me like that.
And it's bothersome.
And this one, on the first part, I only heard one track that had a hook in it. And it was the features hook. And it didn't even really sound like a hook. But there's nothing wrong with that, man. My homeboy Nate.
You have friends.
He raps and He just gets on there and just goes, and it sounds great. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily need hooks, but I wish there were some hooks on here. I won't lie.
No matter what the fuck life throws at me, I continue to make a determination using.
And on one of my reaction videos, the person was like, "Make sure you rewind when you stop." I don't know. I'll do it for y'all.
My people for experimentation, and if it doesn't play hip hop, then fuck your radio station.
Because usually I'll stop when there's like, usually now, not all the time, but whenever there's nothing going on, and I remember what we heard. And anyways.
No matter what the fuck life throws at me, I continue to make it through indefinitely. Immortal technique defeats the odds repetitively until there ain't shit ahead of me competitively. Surviving a tough time.
And if you do that, then there's nothing that can stand in your way. If you just keep on going no matter what obstacles get in your way, like he just said, and you just keep going, then you will succeed. I promise.
It's imperative to me, looking at the whole world revolutionarily.
Revolutions overturn systems.
Maybe I won't rewind it every time. I don't know, man.
Revolutions destroy systems.
Yo, what the fuck happened to reality spitting rhyme sayers? These days, everybody's trying to be a thug or a player. Where did all the real motherfuckers go in the game? Bring back the breakdancers and graffiti writers with fame. I remember hip-hop before the mic gun clappers, cause I used to drink 40s with more flavor than these rappers. Lyrical ego trips doesn't make fortification. You're not dope enough to spit self-glorification. So don't jerk me around, cause my name ain't masturbation. Life is hard, it leaves you scarred, cause I've been through shit. If you consider rap a job, I suggest that you quit. Don't you understand the audience will listen and dance in the club, crib, or car, or wherever they get the chance to be emancipated. Start debating justice in the cipher. Why do you think project rooms look like the cells in Rikers? I'm explaining the significance on the reason behind it. They're preparing your children for the prison environment. When you don't amount to shit, prison becomes retirement. But I refuse to be tooken to central booking and chains, cause sleeping on the floor in cages starts to fuck with your brain. The system ain't reformatory, it's only purgatory. Close to hell, but I rebel as I begin to spark an L and tell my people how we fell into the trap that we live in, because they locked us up in ghettos and began to rape our women. So I leave the system unforgiven like Eastwood, cause I was blessed with lyrical strength to do whatever I could. You should have seen it coming long ago when you were very young. My word is to the Father, Holy Spirit, and His fucking Son. Cause when I grab the mic device in front of Christ and start to rip it, I'll make Jesus turn around and say, yo, Pop, this nigga flipped it. So talk about whatever and be what you wanna be, but don't mistake the way I break the fake for simple blasphemy. Cause through the highest frequencies in the NYC, I'm crushing 97.1% of MCs. No matter what the fuck life throws at me, I continue to make it through indefinitely. Immortal technique defeats the odds repetitively until there ain't shit ahead of me competitively. Surviving it.
So that's his hook. But see, it don't really sound like a hook. I couldn't tell it was the hook the first time he did it.
I mean, what would the world be like without Captain Hook?
But that's okay. And he's right. Things have changed. I don't even think people, young people drink that. Like when we were young, drinking 40s. I mean, we did. I don't think young people do that anymore for real. Everything has changed. He's right. I don't know. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Tough times is imperative to me. Looking at the whole world revolutionarily.
Yeah, I can see like some stuff he says is like battle rap stuff. Like you might as well quit rapping, because the 40s had more flavor in it than you, type of thing. Back when he was young. Yeah, he has a lot of battle rap type lyrics. He is definitely talking his shit. Spend some time. This is definitely a little skit. The first one of the album. Spend some time.
Spend some time. I hear it's fine. 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 Spend some time.
Sirens. I wonder if this is gonna lead, if it has something to do with this track. I mean, because it's all revolutionary type stuff, that could have had to do with the last track.
Spend some time. I hear it's fine.
Dance with the Devil. Now I have heard this, and I guess this is the leading single off the album if it was to have one. And the freaking twist at the end is crazy.
Don't ruin it.
So I have heard this. I'm not y'all know that actually. 7 minutes.
I once knew a nigga whose real name was William. His primary concern was making $1 million, being the illest hustler that the world ever seen. He used to fuck movie stars and sniff coke in his dreams. A corrupted young mind at the age of 13. Nigga never had a father and his mom was a fiend. She put the pipe down, but for every year she was sober, her son's heart simultaneously grew colder. He started hanging out, selling bags in the projects, checking the young chicks looking for hit and run prospects. He was fascinated by material objects, but he understood money never bought respect. He built a reputation cause he could hustle and steal, but got locked once and didn't hesitate to squeal. So criminals he chilled with didn't think he was real. You see, me and niggas like this have never been equal. I don't project my insecurities on other people. He fiended for props like addicts with pipes and needles.
And to go back to the revolutionary track, I did pick up where he was talking about high frequencies and all that stuff. And this is in 2001, and my dude's talking about higher frequencies, which is ahead of his time, really. I don't remember nobody talking about that type of stuff back then.
And so he felt he had to prove to everyone he was evil. A feeble-minded young man with infinite potential, the product of a ghetto-bred capitalistic mental. Coincidentally, dropped out of school to sell weed, dancing with the devil, smoked until his eyes would bleed. But he was sick of selling trees and gave in to his greed. Everyone trying to be trife never faced the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So Billy started robbing niggas, anything he could do to get his respect back in the eyes of his crew. Starting fights over little shit up on the block. Stepped up to selling mothers and brothers the crack rock. Working overtime, making money for the crack spot. Hit the jackpot and wanted to move up to cocaine. Fulfilling the Scarface fantasy stuck in his brain. Tired of the block niggas treating him the same. He wanted to be major like the cutthroats and the thugs. But when he tried to step to him, niggas showed him no love. They told him any motherfucking coward can sell drugs. Any bitch nigga with a gun can bust slugs. Any nigga with a red shirt can front like a blood. Even Puffy smoked the motherfucker up in the club. But only a real thug can stab someone till they die. Standing in front of them, staring straight into their eyes. Billy realized
Puffy did a lot worse things.
that these men were well guarded, and they wanted to test him before business started. Suggested raping a bitch to prove he was cold-hearted. So now he had a choice between going back to his life or making money with made men. Up in the sight, his dreams about cars and ice made him agree a hardcore nigga is all he ever wanted to be. And so he met them Friday night at 2:45. Everyone tryna be trife, never face the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot.
His hooks just blend in with the verses so well that if you're not paying attention, that might be what it is.
They drove around a...
I'm not making a big deal out of the hook situation.
Kind of like you are now.
This is a dope track.
project slow while it was raining, smoking blunts, drinking and joking for entertainment, until they saw a woman on the street walking alone, 3 in the morning, coming back from work on her way home. And so they quietly got out the car and followed her, walking through the projects. The darkness swallowed her. They wrapped her shirt around their head and knocked her onto the floor. This is it, kid, now you got your chance to be raw. So Billy yoked her up and grabbed the chick by the hair and dragged her into a lobby that had nobody there. She struggled hard, but they forced her to go up the stairs. They got to the roof and then held her down on the ground, screaming, "Shut the fuck up and stop moving around." The shirt covered her face, but she screamed and clawed. So Billy stomped on the bitch till he broke in her jaw. Them dirty bastards knew exactly what they were doing. They kicked her until they cracked her ribs and she stopped moving, blood leaking through the cloth. She cried silently, and then they all proceeded to rape her violently. Billy was made to go first, but each of them took a turn, ripping her up and choking her until her throat burned. Her broken jaw mumbled for God, but they weren't concerned. When they were done and she was lying bloody, broken and bruised, one of them niggas pulled out a brand new 22. They told them that she was a witness for what she'd gone through, and if he killed her, he was guaranteed a spot in the crew. He thought about it for a minute, she was practically dead, and so he leaned over and put the gun right to her head.
I'm falling and I can't turn back. I'm falling and I can't turn back.
Right before he pulled
Is that a play on I'm falling and I can't get up? But you know, or like fallen angels and they can't go back. So like you falling and you can't go back. I get that, but because you done something, you done went over the, you've murdered somebody. So, but is that a play on? It probably is not. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
the trigger and ended her life. He thought about the cocaine with the platinum and ice, and he felt strong.
And I can't turn back. I'm falling and I can't turn back.
Right before he pulled the trigger and ended her life, he thought about the cocaine with the platinum and ice, and he felt strong standing along with his new brothers, cocked the gat to her head and pulled back the shirt cover. But what he saw made him start to cringe and stutter, cause he was staring into the eyes of his own mother. She looked back at him and cried cause he had forsaken her. She cried more painfully, and when they were raping her, his whole world stopped. He couldn't even contemplate. His corruption had successfully changed his fate, and he remembered how his mom used to come home late, working hard for nothing, cause now what was he worth? He turned away from the woman that had once given him birth, and crying out to the sky cause he was lonely and scared, but only the devil responded cause God wasn't there. And right then he knew what it was to be empty and cold, and so he jumped off the roof and died with no soul. They say death takes you to a better place, but I doubt it. After that they killed his mother and never spoke about it. And listen,
Okay, so she wasn't dead yet, but everything else was pretty bad. Also, that's crazy. It's a crazy track.
to be empty and cold, and so he jumped off the roof and died with no soul. They say death takes you to a better place, but I doubt it. After that they killed his mother and never spoke about it. And listen, cause the story that I'm telling is true, cause I was there with Billy Jacobs and I raped his mom too. And now the devil follows me everywhere that I go. In fact, I'm sure he's standing among one of you at my shows, in every street cipher listening to Little Thug's flow. He could be standing right next to you and you wouldn't know. The devil grows inside the hearts of the selfish and wicked. White, brown, yellow and black color is not restricted. You have a self-destructive destiny when you're inflicted, and you'll be one of God's children that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So when the devil wants to dance with you, you better say never, because a dance with the devil might last you forever.
That shit is crazy. That's like an M. Night Shyamalan track. The Prophecy. If y'all want to hear me go more in depth with the last track, I suggest going to the first time I reacted to it, because I'm sure I broke it down a lot more. I was just listening to it again. Yeah, it is what it is and what I remember.
So you the motherfucker they call Immortal Technique. What the fuck make you so special, nigga? Huh? The fuck do you do? I calculate planet alignment like Mayan astronomy, discovering atrocities worse than Aristotle, subjecting children to sodomy. Your theory of the galaxy is primitive like Ptolemy. The truth about the universe dug up like Aztec pottery, worse than Aristotle, subjecting children to sodomy. Your theory of the galaxy is primitive like Ptolemy. The truth about
That's what I thought I said.
the universe dug up like Aztec pottery. Unpredictable results like experimental psychology. I stomp the streets with MCs beneath my feet in colonies, but presentation and spirit revolve around autonomy. Searching for monogamy and cutting fake bitches out of my mind like a lobotomy. So obviously, I'm not gonna be here to play games. Walk the top of the world and leave the Arctic Circle in flames. Battle the beast and false prophet depicted in the King James. I give a fuck about your MC name, I don't admire you. Only by dental records will you be identifiable, cause the future is not reliable.
See, like that's a lot of battle.
I kind of like it.
Only by dental records will you be identifiable. So, like, I can totally picture him in a rap battle. And the reason I keep bringing that up is because Andrew pointed it out. So, there's that. So, I like Immortal Technique. Got a lot of knowledge in his raps. Some shock value. You know what I mean? It's pretty dope.
Remember when rap was not economically viable, comparable to what motherfuckers think of me. I might be nobody, but wait till I'm together like a symphony. Resounding sound that will continue infinitely. Angel of death punishing all those who live in infamy and shine so far away from you, you'll never get a glimpse of me. Attempts to extinguish me don't even bother me none. Like retarded kids throwing ice cubes at the sun. A victory against Immortal Technique will never be done. Just degrees.
I don't know why I found that so funny.
Why? Because it was funny.
Of losing, and every second you're adding one. Some niggas dream of pushing kilos, but I drop tons. A victory against Immortal Technique will never be done. Just degrees of losing, and every second you're adding one. Some niggas dream of pushing kilos, but I drop tons of more facts, formulas, and philosophical logic than a basement full of scientists puffing on chronic. Dip the mic in potassium cyanide and liquid bubonic and use it as a sonic wand to find a spawn of the demonic. Screaming like onyx is of absolutely no consequence. The poison is dense enough to clog up your arteries. Mercy is not a part of me. I cause you bodily injury permanently because simply verbally murdering me is inconceivable because of the unbelievable evil injected inside the bloodstream of my people. And redemption is not located under a church steeple. The feeble and the meek and soldiers like the technique will inherit the earth, but the earth will be weak. Mother Earth and her decrepit terminal illness physique. The year 3000 is bleak, no happily ever after, just death following the Fourth Reich disaster. A legacy of bastards with plastic explosives. Your future's been eroded cause you forgot that when you're free it's multiplied indefinitely by the struggle that be the struggle I see. To socialistically unite the third world countries, expose hypocrisy in America's democracy. Sloppily obsessed with stopping me cause I speak prophecy. Trample and dismantle your capitalist philosophy the same way I stomp the conquering rap monopoly. And I'm not a fucking prophet, but that's the fucking prophecy.
That shit was dope too. Understand Why seems to be another skit or interlude, whatever you want to call it. I'm not really ranking each track, but I am going to give the album an overall ranking at the end. I'm curious to if he has one producer, if he's producing the beats, or if he has multiple producers. Which, when an album is done with the same producer, one producer, I really like it because I feel like it tells a story better, you know. But it does sound like the same producer to me.
brothers and sisters and friends,
No mercy.
and I see some enemies. In fact, I think we'd be fooling ourselves if we had an audience this large and didn't realize that there were some enemies present.
I'm a weapon, it fires lyrical projectiles with no mercy. I'm cold-blooded like reptiles. Touch a pregnant bitch and make her give birth to a dead child. Every time I flex styles, niggas vacate the premises and become exiles. I manufacture rhymes like textiles of X-Files. Enlightened juveniles, living life with no purpose. Organize an army that'll make the devils nervous. Competition is worthless, like the electoral vote. If you provoke, I'll break your motherfucking neck in the yoke. You're better off throwing your shitty life away sniffing coke. Technique will choke you into a spiritual state, and it would take a lake of hydrochloric acid to soften this. I'll fake your parents' suicide and kill you in the orphanage, but I inspire ideological metamorphosis. Stop talking shit or I'll make your existence a memory, so you can have me frozen cryogenically for centuries. But I'll break the ice if anyone on the planet mentions me. I'll burn a hypocritical flag intentionally. Explosive revolutionary chemistry's my destiny. No mercy is what I chemically bomb on enemies. Your life's a fucking mistake. Technique is the remedy. Destroy you before you become what you intended to be. And in the future you'll worship those that descended from me. No mercy is what I chemically bomb on enemies. Your life's a fucking mistake. Technique is the remedy. Destroy you before you become what you intended to be. And in the future you'll worship those that descended from me. When I fight you, I won't snipe you.
That was the first track. I guess I will point it out that the hook sounded like a hook, but I guess he just doubled his vocals or something to do that. I don't know, but this is a dope track too.
I'll use an HIV.
This is a dope track too. I wonder. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Technique is the remedy. Destroy you before you become what you intended to be. And in the future you'll worship those that descended from me. When I fight you, I won't snipe you. I'll use an HIV infected needle to strike you, as well as anyone that vaguely resembles or looks like you. And just to spite you, I'll force your children at gunpoint to bite you and rip a piece off to start the beef off for the rest of your petty limited life. I'm coming.
Now, just to take it back to when he said, I'll kill you with an HIV infected needle. I wonder if he influenced people like that, or if he took that from the news. It's probably a chicken and the egg type of a question that I'm setting forth there, and I'm definitely not blaming him for other people's actions. And it is a dope art. It just popped in my head, and I thought I'd put it out there.
And rip a piece off to start the beef off for the rest of your petty limited life. I'm coming at you to catch you by surprise in the sight. Nobody's stupid enough to back you when I tactically attack you, because my style is nasty like protruding bone fractures, and you're a played out dirty pussy devil like Margaret Thatcher. But technique never get captured inside the rapture, cause I master the art of causing natural disasters. You should learn the difference in between the students and the master. My stature is the dispatcher of damaging decibels, and even though my starving people are considered expendable, I consecutively escape the racist corporate tentacles. I spit raw kinetic energy that's immeasurable. Retaliation for perpetration is unendable. Mercy is not extendable. I'll break your fucking brain down into psychological chemicals. No mercy is what I chemically bomb on enemies. Your life's a fucking mistake. Technique is the remedy. Destroy you before you become what you intended to be. And in the future you'll worship those that descended from me. No mercy is what I chemically bomb on enemies. Your life's a fucking mistake. Technique is the remedy.
So is his real name Felipe Cornell? Because it says writer. It says 2005. I'm guessing they put out the bonus edition later, or I just got the year wrong. Y'all let me know. I don't know.
Mercy is what I chemically bomb on enemies. Your life's a fucking mistake. Technique is the remedy. Destroy you before you become what you intended to be. And in the future you'll worship those that descended from me.
the illest.
I burn my bridges with a blowtorch. A rebel born from verbal holocaust. Dirty and never try to cleanse to get the drama off. Swift as stealth assassin, snipe you from balcony shots. A terrorist position, professional from the opera box. Rhyme documents infamous like the Bill of Rights. Illa tight.
Alright, so.
God, here you go again.
Y'all might not know this, but I did some Jean Grey reactions, and the record label would not let me put them out, man. My channel, you know, I don't have problems with Crazy Bone, Tech. I've released some Eminem stuff, which they make it where I can't, where my videos aren't seen in like Russia and stuff. Whenever I do like Eminem and stuff, like big name rappers, that's what they'll do. But I don't have problems with nobody. But Jean Grey's label or her would not let me post her stuff. And I really liked what I heard in the 3 tracks I did. And I swore I would never do another. I know she works with these fellas. And Pumpkinhead, I've heard something with him on it. So I am excited to hear this track. But I just thought I'd bring that up. Because there was a whole like month when I did Jean Grey that I was talking about that. Because I could not get them to clear the songs. And I ended up, I mean, the video's still on here. It doesn't have that many views. I don't know, man. I was pretty disappointed because I really liked what I heard. And I wanted to continue to go down that rabbit hole. So if by chance Jean Grey's people see this,
They won't.
let me know and I will continue to go down her rabbit hole in her discography. But if y'all gonna block my videos, I'm not gonna do it. That's all.
From the opera box. Rhyme documents infamous like the Bill of Rights. Illa tight, having niggas open like the Thriller dice. Jean Grey, Yakuza mass murder of friends who got the dirt on the foes who never heard of a wild style. My mouth bomb your train up. I spit Krylon in 5 colors. When I speak, I spray my name up. Split your wig up like Demi and Bruce. Splash your remains of brains out on the street like Henny and Juice. Noose your neck and loosen your spine from back. Shift your spleen, rip till it's just obscene. From downtown swinging at New York, illest to rip it ever. Flow like a river, fuck your girl like a nigga. What?
I've been through hell and back, scars swell on my back. I spit bars, y'all spit repetitive raps. I'm a street dude who decided to rhyme with lines that'll crack the disc between your mind and your spine. That's why y'all wanna bite my design, and that's why usually I hold the mic like a 9. Pistol whip you on the side of your eye. Watch it pop out, we knock out cats and like the floors with they rocks out. You shocked now, like you driving in a lightning storm with the top down. We got this locked down like convicts on a rock, getting chopped down with phone time. We gaining yards in the whole 9. See me in tech, we steadily building, and we about to blow like the Oklahoma Federal Building. And all them niggas get mad when we step in the building, cause we make the crowd jump and hit their head on the ceiling. What?
I spit heat like the deserts of Saudi Arabia. Bury competition like Mesopotamia. Emanating radiation, pissing liquid uranium. I bring the rock like European.
DJ DP1, D-Pone, DP1, DJ DP1, I'm gonna say.
Heat like the deserts of Saudi Arabia. Bury competition like Mesopotamia. Emanating radiation, pissing liquid uranium. I bring the rock like European drunks in soccer stadiums. I split your cranium with perfect symmetry lyrically. If you're not the illest, then you don't deserve to spit with me. OBS obliterating bastard sacrilegious acid reading the satanic Bible. My arrival is genocidal, like Christopher Columbus, exterminating races of whack MCs that walk among us. I just begun to bust. I'll make the place open candela. These racist cops wanna lock me longer than Nelson Mandela. Pissed off, I'm making hella paper east to west coast, and I treat the law in this country like a motherfucking joke. Cause if I'm willing to smoke the president while he's sniffing his coke, you know it don't mean shit to me to cut a fucking cop's throat. Jean Grey, Pumpkinhead, Immortal Technique, DP1, tell him what the fuck we about to do.
DP1.
Shit on the whole industry.
Did you just sound like Fat Joe? Nah, I'm fucking around.
You have to speak the truth.
I just realized that he was mixing Big Pun, what he was doing. But anyway, speak your mind.
You have to speak your mind. Every time I speak.
The last track was dope. Between creation and destruction, my favorite track is between those two.
My mind, I'm lyrically critical. The pinnacle of being revolutionarily pivotal. Beyond anything ever studied that's metaphysical. Man, fuck a minority. I'm not politically minimal, but obviously terminologies that are statistical are manufactured to be unequivocally subliminal, transmitted by monopolized media visuals. So I riddle hypocritically pitiful criminals, habitually utilizing typical rituals with false pretense in attempts to be spiritual to individuals who believe in biblical miracles instead of themselves, cause they're not thinking original, and the color of their skin makes them feel invisible, like microscopic miscarriages lynched with the umbilical. Only a fucking imbecile would think they're uncorrectable, cause you're susceptible to becoming more than a spectacle. Remember that you're flesh and blood and your body's dissectable. I'll beat you until you're a vegetable and wake up in a hospital covered in poisonous chemicals, in a fetal position with your face sewn to your testicles, thinking that you were kidnapped by extraterrestrials. You got heart, I'm the blood that pumps in your ventricles. Technique, I'm like your soul, nigga, indispensable, with no respect for those who cower at the hour of revolution, because the government owes my people restitution instead of sedatives like cocaine and prostitution. Conclusion is that you'll have to violently silence me, cause I raid the airwaves at cutthroat piracy. In school my teachers blinded me, but now I can see. Now I'm mentally and revolutionarily free, broadening horizons about what my people could be if we wasn't set up to get shot, locked, or OD. You see, families bleed because of corporate greed, and monopolizing weed is virtually impossible, so it won't be legalized, and that's another obstacle. But I'm still rolling up pocketfuls of tropical. The government's involved directly, so it's unstoppable, like a nuclear rocket full of biochemical toxins that invade the ecological. Improbable that the average intellect could understand, so I encrypted this into hip-hop that's in high demand and spread it through the ghetto of every city like contraband. Stomp a man of any complexion with a devilish nature, cause I'm trying to save the earth, but you're just getting in line to rape her.
I'm trying to save the earth, but you're just getting in line to rape her. That is that was dope. That's the end of it, man. So check it. Alright, so check it out. For a debut album, that shit's dope. I'm gonna give it a 9. It has ups, it has its downs. The reason I'm gonna give it a 9 is, and I could go as low as 8.5 to 8.8, is the spoken word stuff. Even though he's spitting knowledge, and like that last shit, fucking, I mean, it stands out. But I'm not gonna go back and play that shit in my car or anything, right? This is like an album that it doesn't have that one track. I guess Dance with the Devil's that one track, you know, because he said don't. Andrew said don't react to Dance with the Devil. Everybody does that, blah blah blah. And I've already done it. So I guess that's the standout track because of that twist and everything. But it doesn't have a crazy standout track to me. A crazy ass standout track that I know he's capable of doing. But This is one of those albums to me that you put on, you let it play, and I wouldn't skip through any of the tracks. You know what I mean? I would let the ones where he's talking play through. You know what I mean? That's how I believe that album is meant to be heard. Basically. I could be wrong. That's the way I take it. Is like put it in, let it play. And I gave it such high grades because the lyricism is not to be fucked with. There's only one sample or one MIDI plug-in that I didn't like in one of the tracks, and I pointed it out in part 1. The beats were good to me, and I like when an artist showcases themselves and not features, because features are like Thug on the Line, Crazy Bone. The features ruined that album. It has some good standout tracks, but features ruined that album. You know what I mean? So I like when an artist showcases themselves. This is what he did. He only had 4 features, and all features killed it. So 9 it is. That's why I went to 9 and didn't put it in the 8s. But I don't believe it's a 10. It's a great debut album though. You know. So that's it, man. We just did Revolutionary Volume 1. I really enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna stick with doing like albums. I might do a track here and there, but I'm not gonna do double headers, triple headers, none of that stuff anymore. Where I put multiple artists on a recording. If y'all want, I will go live and we can do just a track. You know, I'll go live forever, dog. As long as I've got some people in there talking to me and stuff, I'll stay online. And we'll do one track at a time. You know what I mean? I cannot receive any money on YouTube, but if I have to get Cash App so that people can jump ahead in line and stuff so we can do it the way other people do it, I'll do that. You know, but I'm not doing this for money. I did start a I don't even know what the fucking website's called, man, because I really don't care. It's Patreon. I did start it, but I didn't want to. I was going to do $1 a month just if y'all want to support the channel for new equipment, stuff like that, and for motivation purposes. But as long as people are being active with me, then I'm pretty motivated to do it. The reason why I stopped doing it is because I accidentally deleted my list. I had a long ass list, and I was going to go down. I was going to do it to the T, but I lost it. I didn't tell nobody that, but when I lost it, dude, I lost all my motivation. But we're back now, and we're going to keep swinging. You know what I mean? So
Mike Tyson?
It's like he said, just push through your obstacles and you will succeed. So he's dope. Love him. Nothing else to say on that. I'm going to get out of here. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment, or don't. I really don't care. See y'all next time.